And Flynn is ready to go, making his second start of the season. 6'8" lefty throws his first pitch of the game. It's fouled off, and the leadoff man, Willie Vasquez, way ahead of that one.
South, that Charleston River Dogs team that won their second championship in a row.
Good breaking ball from Flynn, diving down and away from Vasquez. Miami Marlins, 6 games over those 2 years in the big leagues. Sinking liner out to left, that's down in front of Chris Burke. So a leadoff single for Vasquez. And then 2016 to 2019, Flynn, most notably some time with the St. Louis Cardinals, chops one out to short. Only plays the first Khalil over across the diamond. And Flynn has an out, but the Heat get a man to scoring position. Just said, why not? So that's what got him to Perth. First pitch fastball from Flynn over. Next one to Reddick. Breaking ball spoiled foul. And Reddick with 2 strikes on him.
That's going to be important.
Next pitch. Reddick sends one in the air right field. Robson over there. Couple steps in, makes the grab, staying put at second is Vasquez. So 2 down now. That brings up Junior Caminero.
In their season, Caminero, one of them.
Vasquez takes off for third, but the pitch is fouled back, so Vasquez will have to retreat. And Josh?
Every Rays player here in Perth won a ring.
Popped up to the right side. Who wants it? Osborne under it, makes the grab, and that ends the inning. So Brian Flynn works around a leadoff single. Jared Dale making his season debut, swings at the first pitch and fouls one back. Jared did not play in round 1 and become one of those next Australian big leaguers. Dale rips one foul on the count. 2-2 on him. A lot of versatility in this infield for the Aces, as Dale thought that was ball 4, but instead it is a called strike 3. So Kynes, even though Dale made him work, gets the punch out. Burke singled to right field on the first pitch he saw, and he swings at the first pitch here and bounces one to short. Nice play by Vasquez with the backhand, and he retires Burke pretty quickly, 2 up, 2 down. The bases with no outs. If he makes an out there, it changes things.
Yeah, I mean, that really just kind of started the momentum. Muddy grounds because of all the rain, and he was one of the big reasons the game got pushed till the next day as well.
Against Geelong, Korea. He's in center field tonight, so getting a chance to patrol the outfield and use that outfielder's glove for the first time this season. Tied the game in the bottom of the 9th of that 13-inning marathon contest. 0-2 tried to check his swing but could not, and it is a quick 1-2-3 inning for Gunnar Kynes. 2 punch-outs. Alex Hall, the catcher for the Heat, leading off the top of the second. Swings through a pitch on the outer half from Brian Flynn. It's quickly 0-1 in Japan for the Samurai Japan Series last week with those 8 Aces national team members. Big cut at a fastball there. It's 1-2. Pretty much all season. He is a Perth native. Takes a breaking ball for a called strike 3. Nice pitch from Flynn there. Dove back over the zone. Got Chris Burke to ground out weakly to short. Big swing and a miss there. Brian Flynn pumping the fastball.
Fastball heavy in game 2. Doesn't want teams who seem in such quick succession to really catch his pitch mix. Something he does a very good job going between. Yeah, sadly that's a first.
2-strike pitch again. Got him on the outer half. 2 punch outs for Flynn.
Right after he didn't swing, he knew that he should have. Nasty pitch. A nice breaking ball in the outside corner from Flynn.
9 ERA plus, and for those not familiar with the ERA plus stat, it's basically it scales ERA to on the ERA plus scale as league average. So Flynn in his time in the big leagues right around league average in that department. Taking his time waiting for the sign from O'Neill. Now the pitch. Line drive left center field. That one's pretty deep. It one hops the warning track, and the left fielder Burke cuts it off at the track. It's a 2-out double for Boyarsky.
It leads up for the big right-hander Ulrich Boyarsky to just lace one in the gap in right field. The really only solid contact we've seen off of Flynn today.
Yeah, taking a look at that All-Star Access higher replay review. Seemed to leave over the heart of the plate a little bit. Left on left here for Jake Bowie, the first baseman.
And that's something he doesn't do as much to left-handed pitchers. Brian Flynn.
Flynn working out of the stretch for just the second time tonight. Induces a pop-up shallow left center. Who wants it? Whitefield taking control, makes the grab, and the inning is over. A two-out double from Boyarsky does not lead to any runs for the Heat. Back to work, he gets left-handed hitter Jacob Robson, the Aces right fielder. It's Robson, Osborne, and O'Neill. Their second straight Claxton Shield. The Aces looking for their third straight this year. Robson fouls another one out of play. It's 2-2. Two-strike pitch to Robson, fights it off, shallow left center. But it's Cook who comes on to make the grab, one down. Defensively for the Heat in this one, less than 20 career big league games, but big league games are big league games, and it's impressive to watch Aaron go about his craft, and obviously hoping to see him continue. Just one hit for J.D. Osborne this season. It is a home run. He drove in 3 runs with it. Dribbler in front of home plate. Hall tosses the mask. Good throw over to first. 2 up, 2 down, and Kynes has retired all 5 he's faced. Next pitch to O'Neill. Swings and sends one out to short. Handled by Vasquez over to first. Nice stretch from Bowie, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Kynes. 6 up, 6 down.
2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew that fastball by Cook. He had no chance. Still scoreless in the top of the third, as this one's popped up into shallow right field. Tailing foul. Osborne giving chase, and that's going to land in the All-Star bar.
He already goes without saying, but if you head down there, you definitely got to bring something back for me.
Oh, and me as well. B.J. Cook going back to the dugout. Struck out swinging. Got ahead of the count 2-0, and then Brian Flynn geared up. Back at the batter's box. Slider over the heart of the plate. Count 0-1.
I always like to look at how a pitcher fares the first time through the order. 1 through 9, 3 strikeouts for Flynn, more Ks than hits allowed. Always a good sign, and no runs on the board.
Yeah, just 1 extra base hit, that double from Boyarsky. 0-2 pitch. Did he go? And no appeal needed. There is one anyway, though. Strike 3. First round pick in the 2011 draft. And the pitch. Called first strike. Slider catches the inside corner. Signed in Oakland in 2021. Played 3 games. Now he's on first base with the first free pass of the ballgame. About 7 years, 8 years for Cosma as Reddick drills one down the right field line, but that's going to bounce over the wall. Foul. And now here in Perth as he takes a slider for a called strike 2 to fill up the count.
He was traded from the Red Sox to the A's in a deal that sent Andrew Bailey to the Red Sox, and at the time Bailey was a high-profile reliever.
And there's ball 4. Cosma went on the pitch. It doesn't matter, though, as feel that these catchers have behind the plate. 2-0. Swing and a miss, a hefty hack from Junior Caminero, and it's 2-1.
He's as well with this team, and he said it's been really fun catching some new pitchers.
2-1, foul tip, and that lands behind Matt O'Neill, so it's a 2-2 count. Many of Australian fans will know is Curtis Mead just got added to the Rays 40-man. And a called strike 3 for Brian Flynn, getting himself out of a 2-walk jam. 2 runners left.
Hopefully with an Aces win.
Nick Bertucci fouls the first pitch he sees behind the netting. Here's Kynes. Fouled away, count 0-2. After this year. Fastball outside corner, called strike 3.
18-year-old kid up there, a guy who's played a handful of professional seasons. Not easy.
Ryan Dale has played a number quite north. 1 out, 3-1. Lofted high in the air down the right field line. Chasing toward it is Bowie and Boyarsky, who ends up making the one-handed grab. Team in the Bronx was not too far from when I grew up. That was a big story that Danny Almonte bit.
Watch that movie, then you'll know what I'm talking about.
Swing and a miss. 2 straight strikes to Khalil. 2-2. Hit on the ground to third, fielded by Caminero, and that will end the inning. So a bit longer of a frame, some solid at-bats for Melbourne, but the same result, 3 up, 3 down.
Really painting that outside corner to right-handers, and the breaking ball diving down and away to lefties has been great.
In the 4th inning for Perth. And the 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 pitch. Wave and a whiff, strike 3. Fastball outside, fools Alex Hall, and another punch-out for Brian Flynn.
A really impressive round one.
2 consecutive strikeouts for Flynn as he gets Kennelly to look at a called strike for the big left-hander. 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to third, and that rolls foul, 0-2.
Flynn's made it really easy on the Aces defense tonight. Plenty of options to grab a cold one and watch a game.
1-2. Popped high in the air out to right field. Robson inching backwards. He'll settle under it and make the catch for out number 2. 1-0 to him. He doubled in the second. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball. And the pitch. Hard grounder, but foul down the left field line.
Yeah, it's just so much tougher to hit.
2-2. Wave and a whiff, strike 3. Brian Flynn is grooving through this Heat lineup. 6 punch-outs and a 1-2-3-4 for the big left-hander, Rich Boyarsky. First pitch of the fourth, Dale pops a bunt, and that is going to go foul into the glove for out number 1. All-Star Access Higher replay. You can see he just kind of sliced the bunt down, popped it right up. Easy play for Alex Hall.
It's really important for the Aces to start getting some better swings on Kynes, and not that they didn't the first time through the order, but not a lot of hard contact at all.
In the first inning, his only at bat. As the pitch, a breaking ball catches the outside corner. A quick 0-2 count on the Aces left fielder. Clearwater Threshers in the minor leagues as that one is ripped into center field. First hit of the ball game for Melbourne. Chris Burke, a fourth inning single, ends the perfecto.
Yeah, Chris Burke's an exciting young player. Really excited to see what he can do for this Aces team this year in a full campaign.
Another guy I'm excited to watch is Aaron Whitefield, former Helms Award winner and Defensive Player of the Year. A speedy runner on first. 0-1. Called strike 2, fastball catching the outside corner in the first 3.5 innings. Whitefield swings and misses at a low breaking ball, still looking for his first hit as an ace. In his second year in the ABL. First pitch, a fastball catching the outside corner. It's 0-1. Just that we've seen so far, I'm sure they could put him in left as well. 0-1 out in front of the breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Working out every chance he gets. 1-2, off goes the runner. We got a bit of a rundown. Burke slides into second safely as the ball rolls into the outfield. Bowie, and for the first time, the Aces have a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that should have been the end of the inning right there, and just the way Burke.
The pitch. Robson lets a breaking ball go. Called strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts by Kynes and the inning.
In fact, the Aces have just one hit. Chris Burke, a single in the fourth inning, broke up Gunnar Kynes' early perfect game bid.
Both pitchers have really been controlling the tempo of tonight's game.
Another breaking ball and another swing and a miss from a left-handed hitter. 2 strikes now on Bowie. 1 or 2 of those on my camera roll.
Just a couple.
Swing and a miss. Another punch out for Brian Flynn. 8 of them.
Here, strikeout pitcher. And looking at that all-star access higher.
We're in a third scoreless tonight. Another one on the outer half there. It's 2-2. Can he make it number 9? See if Brian Flynn can get there by himself tonight. Fly ball right field and deep. Robson ranging back towards the track. Finds it, makes the grab on the run. Only one of 2 really hard-hit balls against Flynn tonight.
Robson Smith, he's got excellent range in right field, but that one just a little bit underneath it was B.J. Cook. Robson able to track that down relatively easily.
Back to the top of the order, here's Vasquez. He's actually a Perth Heat fan, and I know probably shouldn't be giving Heat fan shout-outs on Aces TV, but so Matt originally reached out to me when I was calling a game in Western Australia, and then we ended up exchanging a couple messages, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be headed out your way in about a month.
That'll get you a shout-out every single game.
Ice cream is always appreciated. Just want to throw that out there. 3-2 again. This time it's a called strike 3. 9 punch-outs for Brian Flynn. No score through 4.5 in Melbourne.
Just intermittent. There's intermittent fasting, so is there intermittent eating too?
If there is, I do it. But yeah, I'm telling you, the middle innings, man. I need that snack to get me through. Osborne rips one foul. A little chocolate drizzle on it. Osborne sends one deep to right field, ranging back and making the grab over his head is Ulrich Bojarski.
Osborne barreled up on that one. That looked destined for two.
Had to deal with the wall out there and right as well. So one out, no one on. Here's Matt O'Neill.
Doesn't look like there's action in either of the bullpens, though.
This one popped up out of play. Next pitch from Gunnar. That misses inside. So O'Neill will head down to first. Just the second base runner of the game for the Aces, and first free pass issued by Kynes. Bertucci swings to the first pitch and fouls one back. So Bertucci's 18 years old. The guy in center field for Perth.
If you count minor league service time, it might be the same amount.
Yeah. Rip foul. So Bertucci getting a couple good cuts on Kynes here. Next pitch. Well, it sounded like he broke his bat. Slow roller to second. Over to second for one. Not in time on the return throw to first. Go to second for the lead runner. But then I remember there's a former big leaguer out there. And, you know, if he's got any time at all, he's going to get that lead runner. Over the right field fence off in the horizon. Dale tried to check his swing. He tipped it foul. Bring home the first run of the ball game. Aces and Heat knotted at 0. Lazy fly ball to right. That will not do it. Bojarski makes the grab. And through 5 full in Melbourne, no score between Southwest Division rival Perth and Melbourne. Through 5. And with this punt 1-2-3 pitching change, the Aces bring on right-hander Jack Fox for his second appearance of the season. Comes to the Aces after 2 years in the American Association. First pitch of the inning is sent out to right, and Pete Kozma is quickly retired here in the top of the 6th. A lot of work so far for the Aces bullpen. A lot of that thanks to the 13-inning game against GK. 1-0. Tough one in on the hands of Reddick. Handled over at second by Dale, over to first. 2 up, 2 down for Fox. He's looking to work on his fastball and curveball command while he's out here. He wants to work on pitch sequencing as well.
18 years of major league pitching experience helping you out. I mean, it's all right, I guess.
Next pitch from Fox. Good, tight slider there. Rooted for the Yankees from a distance because Jeter was my favorite player growing up. Another pitch from Fox on the outer half, and he's got a strikeout. He also has a 1-2-3 inning under his belt. Caminero goes down looking. It's an easy, perfect inning for Jack Fox here in the 6th. Gunnar Kynes back to work, barely over 60 pitches through 5 shutout innings. 5 strikeouts for Kynes, the former ace.
And all the pitchers in the Perth bullpen are up and about, but none of them seem to be getting ready. They're just kind of watching their starter work.
Both 7 p.m. starts, and then Sunday at 1 for the finale of round 2. Ground ball to third, handled by Caminero. Throws across the diamond, 1 up, 1 down in the 6th. Then went down, and then tried to bunt to lead off the 4th, but popped up to the catcher Hall, and there he swings over a curveball way ahead. Hits including 3 homers against Adelaide. Both sides have been kept quiet offensively. Percentage and a .466 slugging, all 3 excellent numbers as Dale chases down and away, and he is out number 2 in the 6th. Chris Burke has the only hit of the night for the Aces. We'll see what he can do as he sends one up the middle, but the shortstop Vasquez was positioned perfectly over to first. Another 1-2-3 inning for Gunnar Kynes. It's his 4th of the evening.
7 punch outs in a game, but Brian Flynn's 9 strikeouts currently the best mark. Jack Fox ended off the 6th inning with a strikeout of his own. The switch hitting catcher as he grounds this one to first, and that is going to roll foul.
Slider curveball change as his off-speed pitches goes to the slider more so than the other 2, but he's got a lot that he can throw at opposing hitters.
Well, there's the fastball, gets hauled to go. 2 straight punch outs for Jack Fox. Tim Kennelly pops the first pitch up and foul. And still a fixture in this Heat lineup. Way out in front of that breaking ball. Jack Fox fools the wily veteran, and it's 2-2. Just remarkable, really. Payoff pitch. Outside again, and Kennelly on bases for the first time. Fox walks his first batter. It's a double in the second. Struck out his last time up as a curveball gets in there for a called first strike. O'Neill really framing the pitches up well as that one is driven high in the air, deep out into right center field. Kiss it goodbye. Ulrich Boyarsky continues a strong game.
You knew right away. But Boyarsky's, one of the only guys who's hit the ball hard tonight, and he's probably the only guy who's hit the ball hard twice in this game. Yeah, got a pitch he could drive, and able to.
So the base is clear, one out for Jake Bowie, who takes the first pitch, a called strike on the outside corner.
At least over the first two games.
And that's another hard hit ball, high in the air, deep down the right field line. Robson leaps up, and it's a foul ball. And the 1-2. And that is hammered right above the glove of Jared Dale. A base hit, 2 consecutive hits for the first time today. Played at Melbourne Ballpark in that first series. As a 1-0 pitch catches the outside corner, 1-1. Another nice looking fastball from Jack Fox. 1-1. Foul tip, just gets past O'Neill, and it's 1-2. Short lead off first from Bowie. Pitch, wave and a whiff, strike 3. Willie Vasquez, a key member of the Caroline League champion Charleston River Dogs, goes around for a called first strike. At a loaded position in Tampa's system, as this one is a hot drive right to Khalil. Another member of the Rays farm system, Geraldo Catalina, a South Atlantic League champion with the Bowling Green Hot Rods this past season, literally has to slow it down to control it, and his slow fastball will drop to 98. 1-0 pitch, there's that heater, and it's in there for a called strike.
Big change of pace from
guy who can hit the 100 miles an hour with his fastball and 90 plus with a slider. There's that slider in there for a called strike 2. Yeah, I mean, baseball's a small world. Payoff pitch, a slider outside, and there is the control that we talked about with Catalina. He's got nasty stuff. He just has to keep it over the strike zone that he pitched with the hot rods, and that's really what he's doing here. Just another high-level talent getting some reps. Off goes Whitefield, and a high throw, tagged through the legs, and Whitefield in there safely.
On the base paths, and right now, only one hit on the board for the Aces.
And it looks like if you saw that replay, a good throw wouldn't have had him there.
And Whitefield, you saw what he was able to do in that 13-inning game. Stole 2 bags against Geelong.
And a miss away from a second straight walk to start off this 7th. And there it is. 2 straight free passes, and a tying run is on first base. No outs, 2 runners on. Good speed on the bases for the Aces as Osborne takes a look at a slider for a called first strike. Catalina's control has kept him in the A levels as Osborne lofts that one over the All-Star bar, 1-2.
You know, a prospect for the reason that he can throw as hard as he does and with as much movement.
And he has big lead stuff as Osborne pokes this one up the middle. That's a base hit. Whitefield will come around. He scores easily. Osborne's caught in a pickle between first and second. And now Robson in the middle going home. Trying to get around the catcher. He is out. And Robson, he's going to advance.
Reach with both arms to make the tag, and maybe he kind of short-armed himself and, wasn't able to get it done. Either that or maybe the ball was still in his throwing hand, and he tagged him with the glove. And
our responsibility of Geraldo Catalina.
Well, Jordan Martinson
to get a sac fly. Infield pushed in. First pitch from Martinson settles on the outside corner for a called strike for the Aces. 1-2 count to Bertucci. All knotted up in the 7th. 2-2, cut on and missed, and the first out of the 7th inning. Bowie holding O'Neill on first. Bunt attempt pushed down the line, but foul, and Dale just missed what would have been a perfect sack bunt. 0-1, Dale goes to bunt again. Laid down the line and foul once again. The pitch. Dale lofts that high in the air out to right center field. That should be deep enough to bring home the go-ahead run. Here comes Osborne. No throw to home plate, and Melbourne takes the lead. 1-0 to the shortstop, Khalil. O'Neill taking the lead off first, and Khalil cuts and misses on a fastball, 1-1.
Those late innings, I mean, they know how to fight and scratch across runs when they're down.
Khalil fouls that into the netting. 1-2 to Khalil. Breaking ball curves inside. O'Neill's going to scamper to second as Hall couldn't find it. Slide feet first, and he's in there. Alex Hall has not been on point with his throws to second base on steal attempts or on the couple of wild pitches and pass balls. Doesn't matter, though, as a called strike 3 sits Khalil down to end the 7th inning. But the Aces retake the lead. For the Aces, Jack Fox makes way for Evan Rutsky. He pitched a scoreless. 2 former Major League players, about 20 years of Major League experience between Pete Kozma, who swung at the first pitch. One of the top prospects in the Rays system coming up after him. 0-1. A nasty cutter from Evan Rutsky, and it's a quickly 0-2, and a 2-2 to the former major leaguer in Pete Kozma. The pitch. Hit on the ground, but right at Khalil. Easy play for the Aces shortstop, and out number 1. Both flied out to right and grounded out in their other 2 plate appearances. Called first strike, and that slider looks really good for Rutsky tonight. Here's Rutsky. Hit on the ground, foul, rolling past the Aces dugout, 1-2. Now the 2-2. That one is launched high in the air out to right center field, but that settles up easily for Robson, but it's actually Whitefield who comes in and makes the grab. Former Defensive Player of the Year in the ABL makes that call. First pitch to Caminero, cut on and missed, strike 1. Baseman ahead of Caminero in the Rays prospect rankings. The other one, Willie Vasquez, who's also a shortstop, which is where he's playing tonight. Called strike 3. Evan Rutsky at the top of the 8th inning. Down in order go the Heat. And we'll head to the lead.
Yeah, Juan Rodriguez, tough start to his season. 3 earned runs on 5 hits in an inning and 2/3 against the Adelaide Giants in 2 appearances.
Stellar opening start on Sunday. First pitch to Dale catches the outside corner for a called strike. A fastball from Rodriguez. The pitch. Weakly hit on the ground. Foul. The 0-2. Hit up the middle. Vasquez charging. One hand. Fires. Pulls the first baseman off the bag, but Bowie slaps the tag on Dale for out number 1.
And then he's able to apply the tag.
A tough play by Vasquez. The throw not easy as Burke pulls back a bunt. Doesn't matter. It's a called strike anyway. They have made the most of the limited opportunities they've had with runners on base. 1-1's lined into center, and that's going to bounce in for another base hit. 2 similar-looking singles for Chris Burke, his first multi-hit game of the season. Multiple-time Helms Award winner Aaron Whitefield up at the plate with 1 out. Fastball on the outside corner, called first strike.
See if it makes a difference.
1-1, sharp foul back, and it's 1-2. You'd expect to see Burke going on the pitch. Here he goes. And that is drilled deep into left center field. But Cook camps under it, makes the catch on the track. That was a rocket off of Whitefield's bat.
On a hard hit ball that turns into an out. But off the bat, I'm thinking that has a chance. And, you know, the wind has died down late in this game, so there's not as much wind as earlier in the contest. But that could have been a winter jacket. Not really a winter jacket, but a thick jacket over that.
Off goes Burke. Pitch misses outside. The throw in time, but ahead of the tag goes Chris Burke.
And taking a look at the replay here, he did an excellent job reaching for the back of that base because
2 outs and a 3-0 count on Robson. The pitch. Called first strike.
Continue the inning. Smart take.
Another fastball just about the same location. Outside corner.
You figure Robson, if he walks, he brings Osborne back up.
And he does. Wildly thrown fastball puts 2 on once again for Jacob Robson. Good speed on second in Chris Burke. Good speed on first in Robson as Osborne swings and misses at a breaker. Swing and miss again. Osborne, an aggressive approach. 2 runners on, 2 out. Osborne has seen the ball better and better each game, it seems. 0-2. Drilled down the third base line and into left field with a base hit. Burke will round third and score easily. Robson is sprinting for home as Osborne's in with a double. The throw is late. J.D. Osborne, 4 ribbies, a double, and the Aces take a 5-2 lead.
The first 2 runs and now bringing home 2 big insurance runs. That little backup slider there that caught a little bit too much of the plate over the heart of the plate, and Osborne just yanked it down the third base line, kept it fair.
Swing and it pops out of the catcher's glove. A slow attempt to get it by Hall. Osborne takes advantage. He'll head to third. Out of being a save situation. 1-1. Chopped foul. 1-2. I don't know.
Just don't blow it.
Vasquez scoops a ball up, hit right to him, and that ends the 8th inning.
Last weekend, gave up 1 run in those 3 innings. He looked really good in his first outing of the season. All the damage for the Heat tonight. Next pitch from Kent popped up, but that one way out of play, foul. Struck out 3 in those 2 innings, but the Aces took the lead with Fox still in the game technically before Evan Rutsky took over for the 8th. Next pitch to Hall, skied in the air, left field. Oh, that's not even going to get out of the infield. I lost it up there. Who wants it? It's the third baseman, Dale, who makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down in the 9th for Kent. Longtime Perth Heat veteran swings and misses at a pitch down from Kent. Pitch fouled back in on the hands of the right-handed swinger, Kennelly.
And this is just a veteran at bat. Steve Kent, another guy, double-digit years in the ABL. Kennelly, his 13th year with the Heat.
Well, this 1-2 sent in the air, deep left field. Burke back on it, a couple steps shy of the track. He has half the Heat hits. Big cut there, and he's down 0-1. Now a chance to add to the winning streak here. Swing and a miss. Chance to finish off the W. The 3-2 pitch just missed outside. Choice was Kent, who's well rested. 3-0 way upstairs, ball 4. And that brings the tying run to the plate, and Matt O'Neill will head out to the mound to chat with Kent. Hopefully grab a couple to celebrate an Aces W after this one concludes. Tying run at the dish. Last time the Aces had a man on second base was in the 3rd inning. Excuse me, the Heat, I should say. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes now on the 9-hole hitter, Cook. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A called strike 3 on the top of the zone. And there it is. The Melbourne Aces take game 1 of 4 over the Perth Heat by a final score of 5-2.